So I want to get on my financial modeling soapbox for just a minute and set the record straight on why we should all care about forecasting and why I feel like forecasting has gotten a bad rap for so many years from so many people. And I take it personally at this point because I have started an entire company that employs a lot of great people around forecasting, around financial modeling. So this is my why should you care about forecasting, especially if you're an early stage company video. And it's all about resetting our mindsets around what financial modeling is, what forecasting is, and why it's important. So this is a very common mindset that I hear all the time, which is, why do I need to build a financial model? I'm an early stage company. I don't have any data. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. So why should I try to predict what's going to happen in the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 12 months? Because I have no data. It's useless. It's absolutely useless. It makes no sense whatsoever. And trying to predict the future in this early stage company is laughable. It's silly. It's a waste of time, and nobody is going to care about it. Well, here is the problem with that, is that it is assuming that financial modeling is all about trying to guess what happens next. It's assuming that all you care about financial modeling is trying to predict the future, is trying to predict something. It's just like, I'm guessing, oh, what could possibly happen next? But that's not what financial modeling is about. A financial model is a goal setting framework. So one of the things that I always ask founders whenever they question the importance of financial models is whether or not they have financial goals for their business, right? And it's a stupid question because everybody that has ever started a company has financial goals for themselves. Most of them want to become financially independent. They want to make a lot of money. They want to make generational wealth for their families, which is great. That's a great reason to start a business, at least one of the reasons to start a business, but we need to unpack that a little bit. So let's say, for example, that I personally would love to make $10 million from this business that I'm starting. Great goal. That would set me up very well from a financial standpoint. Let's say that after many rounds of funding, at the end of the day, I'm going to end 10% of this business. And let's say that I want to achieve this goal within, call it 5 years or so, maybe 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So I have some sort of a time frame and I have some financial goals that I have made for myself. So if those are true, if I need to make $10 million and I'm going to own roughly 10% of this company, I need to back solve to know what I have to do in order to make that happen. And there's this quote that I absolutely love, which is, you can't hit a target that you can't see. So if these are my goals, if these are my actual goals that I'm really trying to obtain for myself, how am I going to hit these goals if I don't know exactly what I need to do and I don't know what the bogey is in order to actually make this happen? So to continue with this, you want to back solve, and that's another word that I like to use when I describe financial modeling, back solve into your perfect exit. So if my perfect exit is $10 million within 5 years, then I can start to do some math to understand what that means from a financial modeling standpoint for me as an individual. So $10 million, 10%, that means that my company needs to be worth $100 million in 5 years. So if I'm a SaaS company, I need to look at what exit multiples in my space are. Let's just call it an even 10 times revenue multiple on the business, which would mean that in 5 years, I need to make $10 million in revenue. I need to have $10 million in annual reoccurring revenue to sell my company for $100 million to get the $10 million that I have set for myself as my personal goal. So now it's just a math equation. I just need to back solve what I need to do in order to get to that vision. How many new customers do I need to get on a month-to-month basis? What does my churn rate need to look like? How many of these do I need to retain? What does the team need to look like? What are the costs? How many rounds of funding do I need to raise? So a financial model isn't trying to guess what's going to happen next. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is me drawing a line in the sand. It's me putting out into the universe, I want to make this amount of money, which means that my business needs to generate this amount of revenue to sell for this amount of money. And what does the business need to look like along that path in order for me to achieve this for myself and for my business partners to achieve their goals as well, right? So it is not trying to guess what happens next. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy to set goals that I have for myself and work backwards from those goals. Now, why is this important on an operational basis, right? Because it's not just a point in time thing. Once I've done this exercise and I know what I need to do, then I need to essentially adhere to this path. So this is the beauty of financial modeling. Once I've gotten this framework put together and I know what revenue I need to hit and I know everything that I need to do from a month-to-month basis, I now have a roadmap in front of me. I have a map to success. I know exactly what it looks like. It is crystal clear because it is put onto pen and paper with this financial model. So now what I need to do is I need to make sure that I stay on that path. I need to look at this every month, every week, whatever the cadence is. We recommend at least monthly. You need to look at that plan and you need to say, am I still on this path or did I deviate somewhere? And if I did deviate, what went wrong and what do I need to do to get back on this path? If you don't do that, then you're gonna stray from that path. And that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to fail. You may stumble upon success, but it's not being intentional about what you want. It is not you managing to an outcome. It is you putting one foot in front of the next, hoping to stumble upon success. And we do not recommend that. We want to backsaw from the outcomes that we want to achieve for ourselves, for our business partners, for our family, all of that. And we want to create a crystal clear roadmap that we can then follow. That is the point of financial modeling, not trying to guess what happens next. So hopefully this was useful. Hopefully I've set the record straight. Hopefully I've reframed your mind whenever it comes to financial modeling. And if I didn't quite do that, please put in the comment below what I could have said to have helped crystallize this a little bit more in your mind. And if you're curious at all to understand what this should look like, what success looks like, you want to know more about financial modeling, please come to forecaster.co. We have a team of folks that love to talk about this stuff. They'd love to talk with you more about it as well.